Michael Sullivan stood at the kitchen window, staring out at the snowflakes swirling down from the gray sky. Christmas lights flickered on the neighboring houses, their cheerful glow contrasting with the unease that knotted his stomach. He sighed, brushing a hand through his tousled hair. "Dad, can we put up decorations outside?" Olivia's voice chimed from the living room, cutting through his thoughts. "Sure, sweetie, just give me a minute," he replied, trying to inject enthusiasm into his voice. He turned to face his daughter, her bright eyes sparkling with excitement. "How about we make it a contest, you and I versus Mom?" "Deal." Olivia grinned, already bouncing on her toes. As Michael pulled on his coat, he caught a glimpse of Laura in the hallway. She was scrolling through her phone, her expression distant. The laughter that usually danced between them felt absent, like the warmth of the sun on a winter day. "Hey, Laura," he called, forcing a smile. "You should join us." "Maybe later," she replied, without looking up, her fingers still tapping away. Michael felt a pang of disappointment, but he shook it off and headed outside with Olivia. The chilly air stung his cheeks as he helped his daughter hang ornaments on the low-hanging branches of their evergreen tree. "Look at this one," Olivia exclaimed, holding up a red and gold ornament. "It's the one we made in kindergarten." "It's beautiful, Liv," he said, his heart swelling with pride. But as he watched her hang the ornament, a sudden thought nagged at him. Laura had been acting different lately, more distracted, less engaged. He pushed the thought away, focusing on the joy of the moment. After decorating, they returned inside, where the scent of freshly baked cookies wafted through the air. Michael opened the fridge, reaching for a bottle of water. "Do you know where my red sweater is?" Laura asked, her voice drifting from the living room. "I think it's in the laundry," he called back. "I'll grab it." As he walked toward the laundry room, he noticed something unusual in their garage. A sleek black car he didn't recognize was parked beside his old sedan. It was shiny, with tinted windows that gleamed in the dim light. "What the hell?" Michael whispered to himself. He stepped closer, peering through the windshield. The interior was immaculate, but the scent of cologne wafted from the open window, sharp and unfamiliar. "Dad, come look at this," Olivia's voice echoed from the house, pulling him away. "Yeah, I'm coming," he shouted, forcing himself to turn away from the mystery car. In the living room, Olivia showed him a gingerbread house they had started decorating, but as he watched her, his mind kept drifting back to that car. Something was off. Later that evening, after the sugar rush from the cookies had worn off and Olivia was tucked into bed, Michael confronted Laura in the kitchen. "Laura, do you know anything about a car in the garage?" She looked up, her brow furrowing. "What car?" "A black one. It doesn't belong to anyone in the neighborhood." "I have no idea, Michael." Her voice was steady, but there was a flicker of something in her eyes. "Fear? Guilt? Okay, well, it's there, and it's not yours, so maybe it's one of the neighbor's friends," she suggested, avoiding his gaze. "Right, maybe." Michael's gut twisted. "I just thought you might know something. You've been acting strange lately." "Me, strange," she laughed, but it was a hollow sound. "I'm busy, Michael, with Olivia, with holiday preparations. It's the season, you know?" "Yeah, I know," he said, frustration creeping into his voice. "But this car, it's just weird." Laura's expression hardened. "Just drop it, Michael. It's probably nothing." He wanted to push further, but as he watched her, he felt a sinking feeling in his chest. He wanted to trust her. That night, sleep eluded him. He lay in bed, staring at the ceiling, the shadows dancing ominously. The car was a mystery, but the tension between them was an open wound. The next morning, Michael decided he couldn't let it go. After breakfast, he grabbed his coat and headed back to the garage. He needed to figure out who it belonged to. As he stepped inside, he noticed a faint scent lingering in the air, a mix of cologne and something else, something that made his skin crawl. His gaze fell on some long strands of hair caught on the door frame. "What the?" he muttered, stepping closer. The hair was dark and silky, unlike Laura's light brown locks. A sickening realization washed over him, and his heart raced. "Michael, are you out there?" Laura's voice echoed from the house. "Yeah, coming," he called back, his mind racing. He hurried back inside, but his throat was tight. "I need to ask you something, a serious question." "What is it?" Laura was pouring coffee, her back turned to him. "Did you cheat on me?" The words tumbled out, raw and desperate. She stiffened, her shoulders tightening. "What? Where is this coming from?" "I found hair in the garage. It's not yours." Laura turned around, her face pale. "That doesn't mean anything, Michael. It could belong to anyone." "Anyone? Who else would be in our garage?" He took a step forward, his heart hammering. "This is about more than just the car, isn't it? You've been distant." "Michael, you're being ridiculous." She raised her voice, her eyes narrowing. "Am I? Because I don't feel like I know you anymore." "Maybe you should have paid more attention," she snapped. The accusation hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. Michael clenched his fists, struggling to keep his composure. "I thought we were in this together. I thought we were happy." "Happy?" She laughed bitterly. "You haven't been home in weeks. You're always working late." "That's because I'm trying to provide for our family." He shot back, frustration boiling over. "Maybe I don't need your provision if it means losing you." Silence fell between them. Charged with emotions neither wanted to confront. "Who is he?" Michael finally asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Laura hesitated, her eyes darting away. "Michael, please. Just tell me." He felt like he was losing her, and it terrified him. "It's Ryan," she admitted, her voice trembling. Michael's heart sank, the name cutting deeper than he expected. "Ryan Clark, the car salesman." She nodded, tears pooling in her eyes. "I didn't mean for it to happen. It just did." "Did you think I wouldn't find out?" he asked, his voice thick with betrayal. "Do you even care?" "I do. I care about you, about us," Laura cried. "But I've been so lonely, Michael. You've been so focused on work." "Lonely," the word echoed painfully. "And you thought cheating would fix that?" "I thought it was just a fling," she whispered, her voice breaking, "but it turned into something else. I didn't want to hurt you." Michael turned away, his heart pounding in his chest. "You have no idea how much you've hurt me. You don't understand," she pleaded. "It was never supposed to go this far." He couldn't look at her. The weight of her betrayal felt like a boulder on his chest. "I need some air." As he stepped outside, the cold hit him like a slap. He paced around the yard, his breaths coming in sharp gasps. The festive lights twinkled mockingly, and he felt like a ghost in his own life. "Michael," Laura's voice called after him, but he kept walking. He stopped by the garage, staring at the black car. It felt like a symbol of everything that had gone wrong. The sound of the door creaking open made him jump. "Michael, please," Laura begged, stepping outside. "I'm sorry, I made a terrible mistake." "Did you love him?" he asked, his voice low and shaky. "I don't know," she admitted, her voice trembling. "I thought I did, but I love you, Michael. I want to fix this." "Fix it?" He let out a harsh laugh. "How do we fix this? Can you just erase what you did?" "Michael, don't," he shouted, his voice cracking. "Just don't. I don't know if I can look at you the same way again." Tears streamed down her face. "I'll do anything. Please, just give me a chance." He closed his eyes, his heart battling between love and pain. "I need time. I can't make any promises right now." "Okay," she whispered, her voice breaking. "I'll wait. Just know that I'm here, and I want to make this right." As he walked back inside, he felt like a part of him was missing. The warmth of the home they had built together felt distant and cold. "Michael," Olivia's small voice called from the living room. "Yeah, Liv?" he replied, forcing a smile as he entered. "Can you help me with my Christmas list? I want to make sure Santa knows what I want." "Of course," he said, kneeling beside her. As she chattered about toys and treats, he tried to push aside the storm raging in his heart. But the truth lingered in the air, heavy and unrelenting. The holiday lights twinkled outside, but inside, the darkness felt like a shroud. Michael knew they had a long road ahead. The stakes were high, and the path was uncertain. But for Olivia's sake, he would try to navigate it, one day at a time.